Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you're all doing well. So I presume you're all here for this. This is the Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette. Now I've had this for admittedly a couple of months, maybe 2 months. I ordered it from the Morphe EU website and I have used it maybe twice since, but I haven't gotten around to film with it until now. I have my base done, so I just basically wanted to show you a couple of swatches. I'm going to use some colours in it that I haven't used before. I've only used a few, so that's basically most of them I haven't used yet. I have other palettes from Morphe. I have smaller palettes. They were okay, they weren't like amazing to be honest. This one I've been quite impressed with what I've used so far, but it's been a little while since I've played with it, so I just thought we would sit down and play with it today. I know it's got quite good reviews online. If you look up any videos of it on YouTube, they're generally very highly rated. I have some other bits from Morphe that haven't let me down so far. They also sent me in the parcel when I ordered this, they also sent me samples of the Fluidity Foundation, which is quite controversial when it launched. Because I already have my base on today, I'm testing out primer and foundation combo and other things. I won't be able to try it out today, but I will try it another day. Now it is only in a tiny little kind of sheet. I think, to be honest, the reason they send you the size is because they want you to basically swatch and figure out which is your shade and then to order it. So I don't really know if I can do a full face with it, but I do have other Morphe bits that I got in this order that I literally haven't, I don't know how I've managed to stay away from them, but I haven't used yet, like bronzers, lip products. I have the spray, I have some brushes. I've been a long time fan of Morphe brushes. I think they're great for the price of them. They're really high quality for the most part, from my experience. So yeah, let's just get into it. So I'm just going to show you. So when you open it, you have the sheet, because the shade names aren't in the palette, or they aren't on the back, so I'm going to take that off. I kind of don't really want to keep that sheet, but it has the names on them, so I probably will. I really love this colour story. I think it's so interesting. I'm supposed to tell you as well how many shades are in this. So I bought this on the official Morphe EU website for €26, and there are 35 shades, so that's, I think, a really good amount for that price. I was really drawn to the greens. Now I've seen people with kind of dark brunette hair and dark eyes use the greens and they look incredible. I don't know if they're gonna look as amazing on me. Sometimes I wish I had darker eyes, so I think like colours look amazing on darker eyes, but to be honest, it shouldn't stop me. I want to try these colours and I paid for the palette, so I'm going to try out the greens today. I think I have used kind of I think I've used 1, 2, 3, I think I've used 4 shades in the palette so far. Sorry, it might look a bit brighter now. I had to turn the brightness up, so I hope there isn't too much of a contrast. Sorry about that, but I think you'll be able to see better now. So I'm going to kind of work with the top row and a half just for the moment. I'm going to use my Nima Nicola brush for that. I'm just going to dip into this shade here, which is called Hello Sunshine. It looks yellow in the camera, but it's quite a green colour in the pan. I'm going to dip into that. It is a little powdery, so if you don't kick off that excess before application, you might end up with a good bit of it on your skin. That's come up really well actually. I'm sure it's not an easy colour to formulate and get right. Yeah, I really like that. Now I'm going to go in with the one that is 5th from the left, and this is in the shade Nude Tude. The names are really good. Just this one. kind of like an army green, I suppose is what you call it. I'm just going to put that just below that. I'm going to use it on a thinner detailing brush. This is the So Soup by Kaylee SK03 brush. I really like that shade. Can you see the difference there? These are blending beautifully so far. I'm really impressed so far. They're a little dusty, but I don't mind that as long as you get good colour payoff, and so far you've got that. Okay, now I'm going to use that darker green, which is called Green with Envy. This is the Makeup Geek Outer V brush. I'd say this with, if you're doing a brown look, using some of this deep green, would be really lovely as well. This colour is actually extremely pigmented. You don't need much. And I actually don't have much fallout in my cheeks, which is great. We've used 3 shades so far. I feel like we should use that shade called Express Yourself. I suppose it's kind of a true green, isn't it? The 4th one in, this one just here. I think we should dip into that. This is the Selfie brush, it's kind of a smaller. I'm going to dip into Express Yourself. And I'm going to kind of try to marry this one into the darker shade. Ooh, this looks like a very interesting shade. Jesus, those greens are really pigmented. So I want this colour to act as a bridge, sort of, between the darker shade and the shimmer shade. I think we'll have to use that slightly minty kind of shade there, the second one in, which is called Bold Moves. That one just here. I think I'll try it with the brush first. This is a CYO, really affordable little flat synthetic brush. I'm going to dip into that greeny sparkly shade. Okay. I don't think that's even picking up on camera, but I can certainly see it on the brush. I just think if it was wet, it would probably be more intense. I have the Pennies Primer Water. I'm going to wet this. I'm going to do it over here so my stuff doesn't get soaked. Right, there's a nice spray on that as well, by the way. And it was €3. It smells really good. Okay, so I'm going to dip back in while the brush is still wet. It's not like a super glittery kind of eyeshadow. It's just more of a shimmer, and more of a true shimmer, I suppose. But it's a beautiful colour. This is actually turning out really nicely, I think. I'll finish up the rest and I'll be right back. And we are back. So I finished off my eyes. I used 2 coats of the NARS Climax mascara after curling my eyelashes with the Charlotte Tilbury eyelash curlers. And then I also used that darker army green shade here. That one there I used just below the lash line. And that one again, just for reference, is called Green with Envy. And then I used the shimmer kind of green minty shade that I used on the inner portion of the eyelid. I used that on the inner corner of the eye as well. And that one is called Bold Moves. And the brush was just slightly damp for that as well. And it came out very well. So I just basically want to finish off, just do my lips, and then I'm done because I've been sitting here long enough. I'm actually going to use a lip product that is relatively new and I have not used before. It is the BH Cosmetics Cashmere Cream in Perf. It's called Perf. That's the packaging there. You can see I haven't even used it. I haven't swatched it or anything either, so I don't know. So this is supposed to be a kind of a really moussey, I think, texture. Comes in a little tube like that. Quite nice packaging, I like that. And the lip liners I have are from Wet n Wild. These are the gel lip crayons. I love these, they're so inexpensive, they're so creamy, they last, they are absolutely brilliant and very underrated from what I can see. And I have these in the shades Bear to Comment and Never Petal Down. I think the slightly nudier one, that one's kind of pinkier, the slightly nudier one would probably work better with this. You can see it's really pigmented, and these are, as I said, they're very inexpensive. This one I think is running out because I've used it so much. So I definitely need to get another one. I've often just worn this and then just put lip gloss on top, and it's looked really, really nice. Doesn't smell like much. It's quite kind of like a moussey texture. This is supposed to be matte as far as I know. I really like that formula. I just love anything like with the moussey texture. I really like that. I got this on Beauty Bay and it was €80. Oh, some lovely evening light coming there. You can really see the green on the eyes there. I could put on lashes. I think it would look really cool with lashes, but I'm not putting them on because I'm not going anywhere this evening. I'd say this lip would be really nice as well with gloss over it, but I just want to try it on its own first. It is matte, but it hasn't completely dried down, which I kind of like. Now that means it won't be transfer proof, but it just means it won't, well, it shouldn't dry your lips out. And yeah, definitely follow me over on my Instagram. I try to post regularly enough on there. I post kind of updates on reviews I do on here, and I do pictures and product reviews and that kind of thing. So definitely if you want to know more about a product or how I got on after I filmed with it, definitely heading over there to my Instagram, or else you can check, I'll probably put a pinned comment down below to let you know how I'm getting on with it. But yeah, would I recommend this palette? I think so, to be honest. I don't know why I thought I might have trouble. I just always assumed that green was one of those colours like the likes of purple. I assumed it was hard to get right formula wise. Those greens are absolutely perfect. I really, really like them. I will use more of the colours in the palette, and then I will put basically a pinned comment down below to let you know how I got on with them. And I will also definitely feature it over on my Instagram. It's a palette I was really looking forward to getting, so I really want to get good use out of it. And I think for the price, it's really, really good. I know that Morphe bring out quite a lot of palettes. This one just really spoke to me. The colour story I thought was really, really nice. And I feel like every colour in here is different, if that makes sense. Some palettes you get and it's almost like, did they put in duplicates of the same colours? But I think this one is really well thought out. Pigmentation is great, quality is amazing, really good price. Yeah, I would highly, highly recommend it. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please, if you have not already, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out, and also ring the notification bell down below, and it will notify you whenever I upload. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're all well, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks, guys. Take care.